You're live.
That was pretty quick.
Wow. Compared to yesterday?
Compared to yesterday, it was real fast. Yeah, that was nice. Okay, let me see if I can drag all the rest of this stuff out and make it a lot larger here where we can, us older people can still see it.
I don't know if we can see it or not, but we'll try.
What we'll do when we get ready to go off, or I'll just leave it like that.
There.
I'll leave it like that. That works good for me. How about you?
Hello, everybody. It's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead.
There we go.
Quite a few friends have popped in. Nadia, Texas girl, I am of me. Yep. Michael, Allison, Pinball Preparedness. Let's see, Dana, Camp Patton. Hello.
Family Compound.
Jenny and Prairie Girl, Greta. I saw Buddy and Lippy. Greta. I may have already said Greta one time, didn't I?
I think so. I mean, I'm having to squinch my eyes because it's way off over yonder.
Juliana, Andrea, Lou, just Lou. Hello. Another Mississippi girl.
Oh, we got somebody from Australia.
Yes.
All right.
Aletha, hi. Now I'm going to lose my voice. So
now you're going to lose your voice. Oh, my goodness, boy. Yeah. Okay.
He really would think that was a good thing.
Yeah. Well, we promised y'all last night, you know, after the weather got so bad here that we couldn't do anything, that we would go live today if at all possible. Well, today has been mostly just cloudy. And then about...
Been a good day, though.
Been a good day, really good day. Temperature has been very pleasant, been in the 50s. But then about 2 hours ago, or maybe 3 hours ago, it started misting rain on me while I was outside, and it kept getting harder and harder, and I had to come in. I was like, oh, no. So I watched a few videos, and then I told her, I said, the videos are going through okay, so let's try to see if we can do a live stream again.
And for those that are asking last night, because a lot of people saw that there was a video, but yet I had made it private. We tried to go live for about maybe less than 5 minutes, and it wouldn't. I mean, it was just buffering.
It wouldn't
stay in. Yeah. We were having a terrible time. And I also heard later that it wasn't just YouTube that was kind of wacky. It was Facebook and Google. Everything was having some issues.
Yeah.
So it might not have been just us. Nina from Puckett, Mississippi.
All right.
All right. Okay. Thanks for the advice. I always asked for Candace. Thank you, in Indiana. So we put up last night about the pantry. And so we wanted to kind of talk about the importance of a pantry and stuff. And so we'll kind of get into that. And
well, with what's going on in the world, or let's just say what's going on in the U.S. right now, today, having a pantry is going to be a necessity. You know what I mean? I think it's something that that we don't need to overlook. I think it's something that we need to put a lot of effort into.
And I know Danny and I have been trying to talk to everybody for, what, 4 or 5 years now, to grow as much as you can, to grow something that you can eat, and to have a pantry. And we've showed you a lot of our pantry. Now, I don't show the cellar and stuff anymore. I used to, but we've got to where we don't show everything anymore. I don't show all the like prep hauls and all that stuff. We've ordered in a good bit of stuff, but I don't show all of it anymore. But I will throw up something occasionally and say, hey, this is my prep haul. But we've been taking into consideration everything, not just food and water, but health supplies, medicines, anything we think we might need. Here, we've been buying.
Plus, we're fixing to start doing a series of videos about the correct kinds of tools to have on a homestead in case something happens. You know, these are going to be tools that are not gas powered. These are not electric powered tools. These are going to all be hand tools. We will eventually get into the battery powered ones and the gas powered ones and stuff like that eventually. But most importantly, right now, you're going to need good hand operating tools that will get you through a situation. And we talk about this in the video that's going to be coming up. Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow. The video tomorrow will be on tools.
Yes.
On a few. Now,
on just a few.
Y'all, the man has tools. I done told y'all, if he died tomorrow, I can sell every tool for $1 a piece, and I swear I'll be a millionaire. Right?
You probably come close to it.
He just shows about 40 tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow I think I keep it down to about 40. Yeah, I think that's about accurate.
And we'll work our way through a lot of different tools, not just for homestead.
It's not just about growing in the garden. It's about it's going to be tools for each segment will be tools for doing different things on the homestead. Because if you got a homestead, you're not going to be hiring out a bunch of stuff to be done. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to have to do it yourself. And if you do it yourself, you're going to need to know what kind of tools to have.
Yeah, and so that's going to be our basis, whether it's electrical, carpenter, plumbing, mechanic. We'll get through all of it eventually.
Yeah.
But right now he's dealing with hand tools, and some of them are odd, some of them are unusual, and y'all will get a kick out of it.
You'll get a kick out of some of them, I'm pretty sure. Some of them you probably have never seen. Some of them you probably go, wow, I have one of those. I just didn't know what it was, maybe. So there's lots of other tools. I'm talking lots of tools. Our forefathers built barns, and you ever wonder why you go to these old places and on the barn walls in there you see all this stuff hanging on the barn walls in there? Well, that's because they had to have a lot of tools in order to be able to function and do the things that they do.
Yeah. Okay, so
okay, Danny, why does my brassica leaves turn purple? I seen that a while ago. There's a couple of reasons. One could be a phosphorus deficiency. Two, it could just have gotten so cold.
Yeah.
If something gets extremely cold, it'll turn it purple also because it can't take up the phosphorus.
Okay, so you guys hit the thumbs up. We kind of need that to help us get a little better in the algorithms.
Yeah.
Comment. Hey, Gaussmania. We need thumbs up. Chats.
Oh, something I need to say. Gaussmania, I don't know if we have your address, but if we do, send us your address because I have some stuff in my shop that I found that goes with your RV that I need to mail to you.
Okay. You have to remind me.
Yeah, just send it to us in an email or something, your address, and I'll try to get this in a box and get it mailed to you.
Or a message on Facebook. Message me.
Well, just get her your address.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see, here's something that says an anvil, a hammer, and a forge will be invaluable. I agree, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people don't know the differences. And that's why Danny in this series is going to show you not only one tool, but he's going to show you variances of that one tool that he has in some of them. So that's valuable too, because a lot of people don't know about
one tool. There can be 10 different renditions of that tool, and each one of them have a different use.
Dana says, I think it's Dina said that she was in another chat and they were talking about tools. The important one missed though was sharpening your tools. So we have a video
out there about sharpening a Dutch hoe.
Well, you also do on what were you sharpening?
I sharpened an axe. One of them. We have some videos out there about that, but we may go back and recap them, and after we get through with all these tools, and we may go back and show how to sharpen some of these tools.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is, a sharp tool is a lot easier to use than a dull one.
Oh yes, except when you hand one a really sharp knife.
Yeah.
Danny, don't sharpen my knives really, really sharp. I like them reasonable sharp, but he can't give me the extreme sharp knives.
Paul Taylor says, y'all ever Amanda anymore? I'm guessing he means y'all ever see Amanda anymore. I don't know.
That's probably it.
I'm going to add a word in there. The answer is no, I don't ever see her anymore. They live right next door to us, but her and Paul have their own business going on over there, and I don't interfere with their work.
If we needed something, we run over there, or if they need something, they would run over here. But so far, we've been really, really busy, and they have to.
Yeah, and plus we're kind of quarantined here. We're trying to quarantine ourselves until things kind of let up a little bit.
I did have my daughter run by this week. Her and her kids, and if you didn't see it, it was on Crazy Days. They came by. I did just a real short video of it. She had more pictures than I did, and if I'd have waited a little while, she sent the other pictures. But we just had a good time with them, and I sent them home with some peppers and I don't remember blueberries,
Yeah,
sweet
peppers, blueberries,
potatoes,
sausage, homemade sausage. I mean, all
sweet
kinds of
potatoes.
sweet potatoes, all kinds of different things. Yeah.
So
There's orphan lady jumping in here.
yeah,
Jan. Chad says he has probably 10 different types of hammers.
Danny probably has.
I'm sure I probably will.
Least.
That many are exceeded. I'm sure.
Yeah, because every time he says, "Can you get me a hammer?" and I come back, he says, "Well, I wish you'd have got the other one." He said that one's not the one I need, and I said, "Well, what's the difference?" So there's lots of
different hammers in. Yeah.
So the pantry. Let's talk about that for a minute. There's really in my pantry. Y'all know I have canned stuff, all kinds of stuff that we've canned that we bought. But if you can't grow and have, you got to start picking up something. And if you'll set yourself anywhere from $5 to $10 a week, and make sure you pick something up that you don't eat during that week and put it up for hard times. Mainly canned stuff. You want some kind of canned meat or soups that has meat in them. You need something like that. Don't depend on your freezer. Just in case. There's been blackouts in different countries and different places in our country, and they may only be for a few hours, but how do you know it won't be longer?
Yeah.
And so we don't want to depend on a freezer extremely all the time. Our pantry is mainly, it lets us know we have something for the future, but it also, we eat daily out of it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Mama Tried said, what is your most used pantry item? Oh, we eat out of our pantry. That's all we eat out of is our pantry. We don't go to the grocery store. So
sweet potatoes.
Probably sweet potatoes is the most used because I eat sweet potatoes every day of my life. And I would say that, well, that and English peas runs a real close race, and carrots.
Yeah, and potatoes.
And potatoes. I mean, guys, you got to understand, we live out of our pantry. Our everyday food at the table doesn't really change a lot.
And I do dry can. Well, let me give you an example. Okay, for supper tonight, I took spaghetti squash that I already had frozen. I have some in jars and I have some frozen. But I took out the frozen because I'm trying to clean my freezer out. And what's in jars will last a lot longer than what's in the freezer.
Right.
So I'm taking my freezer spaghetti squash out. I thawed it out, put it in the bottom of a pot. Oh, thank you, Catskill.
Thank you, Catskill.
I put the spaghetti squash in the bottom. It's already really done, okay, because I did that before I put it in the freezer. I put salt and pepper on it, added some of our canned salsa across the top. Then I added some canned turkey on top of that, and the cheese. The cheese, the only thing I bought, and I put cheese on top of it and baked it in the oven, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then we had corn on the cob that came out of the freezer. Again, I'm trying to clean the freezer before we get to putting more stuff in it. And what else? You had English peas and carrots.
I had English peas and carrots.
Which were fresh.
Well, they were fresh this time because we eat fresh when we have it.
We have English peas and carrots right now. And I had some peas from a jar. These were pink-eyed peas. I had those, and then the peppers.
Yeah, we had
freeze peppers with cream cheese
in them,
cheddar cheese mixed, stuffed in them. And so I baked those for a while, and that's what we had. So our whole supper came from our place, except for cheese.
Yeah.
You know, basically salt and pepper, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Gloria says, Wanda, where did you get those shelves? I'm looking for some myself.
Uline.
These came from Uline. We have a catalog. We order from Uline occasionally, and they had probably the most heavy-duty ones that we could find.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan Leeway says, is there anything you have canned you wish you had not?
Beets.
I knew you was going to say that. I kept sitting here. I said, I know she's going to say beets.
I can. Danny and I had only been married about a year, and he did a whole garden of beets. Well, not a lot, but a good many.
Yeah.
And I told him, because he was trying to get me to eat stuff I wasn't used to eating. And so this was in 2014, I think.
Yeah.
And last year, when Amanda from Freedom Makers was here, she ate the last jar of beets from 2014, and it had been sitting in the pantry for what, 6 years, 5 or 6 years. I don't know, a long time.
Been there for a while.
I don't eat beets. Now Danny does on occasion, but
yeah, I like beets.
That's how long they lasted. We haven't planted them since because I wouldn't eat them.
Yeah. Beets taste like dirt, Mama Tribe said.
Yes.
Yep. That's exactly what Wanda says. They taste like dirt.
I couldn't do it. So, you know, most everything in my pantry is going to be something Danny and I will eat. If either I will eat it or he will eat it or we will both eat it. And I would do more beets if he plants them, but he's just not that big of a beet eater.
Well, I do eat beets. I like beets. They're very healthy for you. You can actually heal your eyesight with beets. You can heal your liver with beets. You can heal your colon with beets. I mean, they're very nutritious for the body. So my country living says, do you wax cheese and how long will it last? We don't actually make any of our cheese right now. I mean, we have made it in the past.
Yeah.
But right now, we're just so busy with trying to get projects, all the loose ends all tied up before everything collapses, that we just don't have time to make it right now. We do have the cows we can milk to make it, though.
Yeah, and 3 of our cows are reasonably calm enough to be able to milk. 2 of them for sure. One of them, she likes to kick, but you know, Danny's got a thing fixed where I don't think it was.
Beets are full of iron. Yes, they are.
They are good, and I guess if I didn't just eat beets, if I put it in a smoothie or juiced it or something in with a whole bunch of other stuff, I wouldn't even notice it. But just taking and eating beets was not my thing. And celery's the other one. Don't give me no celery. I've tried celery every way,
I don't eat celery.
Before.
I don't care how you fix celery. I don't like it.
Yeah, I've tried every time to eat celery. And I will make myself, if somebody has celery somewhere, I will make myself try it. Just saying, maybe today I can eat it, but I can't do it. So the love. Can you give my wife a shout out? She loves your show. Her name is Heather from Washington. Hello.
Hello, Heather. So glad that you love to watch us. I pray that we can be a blessing to you.
Lou says she's going to give radishes one more chance. I had fresh radishes out of my GreenStalk, and y'all, if any of y'all that have ordered the GreenStalk, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're going to love it. I had fresh. I'm not going to say it wrong. Chard. Somebody told me I was saying it
chard.
Right.
Yes.
I say chard, and they said it's chard. I had fresh chard. I had fresh radishes. I had lettuce. I even had a fresh tomato from the greenhouse that I ate. It wasn't 100% red, but it was close enough. It tasted really good in the salad. I had onion chives and garlic chives and a fresh pepper. So my salad was awesome.
When we're going to be planting English peas in the garden? Probably in about 2 weeks.
We just harvested some.
We just harvested some. We got a bunch more to harvest. Do you store cheese long term, and if so, how? We do store our cheese long term. We put it in the freezer.
I don't buy it up for like a year at a time. But when I buy cheese, like I went and bought some the other day, I buy enough for say 3 months, and I put it in the freezer. And when I think I'm running low, I go buy 3 months more, because we do like to have cheese, but Danny and I can live without it. If we don't have cheese, we don't worry about it.
Diane says, pantry on our ARK, A-R-K, is stocked and ready to go.
Good. Susan said her GreenStalk arrived in 3 days. Hey, they have the best customer service.
Yes.
Ashley, the one I deal with, is the inventor's daughter. It is a family run. It is made in the USA. Y'all would love this because of it. I own 3 of them, and I'm fixing to put the 3rd one together. I got the dirt for the 3rd one. We'll be doing a video on it in the next little while. But y'all, I like my GreenStalks. I like to be able to eat fresh.
Let's see here. Cindy, is it Cindy? Yeah, Cindy says, I'm planting 48 feet of English peas.
Good.
48 feet of English peas, if taken care of, we'll probably can 10 to 15 pints.
All right, so Brandon says, what are your recommendations for a pantry in an apartment? Find you a spot that you can put some shelves or something, or in a closet that you don't
Under
really
a
use,
bed.
under the bed.
Closet, well, apartments don't have a lot of closet space, but
it's according to whether you can find some space. Even
yeah.
if you have to go get big totes and stack them in a bedroom against a wall somewhere or something, take the totes and the big giant ones you can get at Walmart and put your stuff in it and put the lid on it and forget about it. Don't forget about it. Rotate it out at least. But if you're one that likes to do several totes, I would say put the year on the top so that next year you see that said 2021 and you say, I haven't eaten all that. Let me take this tote to the kitchen, and you put a new one and stock up. You know, rotate out every year. That would be my thought, so you don't have food there for years and years.
Okay, Drew says, when are you going to start your tomatoes? It'll probably be another 2 weeks before we start our tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll let some questions get past
Is there
me.
shipping and tax on your cookbook with the cost? The cookbook is just $25, but for most everybody in certain regions, that's all it costs. But if you're in one of those states that charges extra taxes, it does charge taxes. There's nothing I can do about taxes on it because some states charge it and some don't. But 25 is just the cost, and I ship it out. Unless you're in Canada or overseas or something.
I'm in 8. Amy said that Brian ordered her an English pea manual. And then the next one under it says, I'm in 8B. Is it okay to put purple hull peas in the ground from starts, or
do I need to wait?
You need to wait. Peas cannot take any cool weather whatsoever. They need hot weather, so you need to probably wait till the end of March.
Yeah, purple hull peas.
Yeah.
Now, English peas, Cindy's asking, is it available as a PDF download? Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm going to try and work on that. I thought I'd get to it today. I've just got to go in and change the format, and then I can upload it as a download because I've had quite a few people want to download it, and I just got to have a little time. So maybe if I can get that done tonight, but I've got 2 more videos to edit, so I don't know.
Someone said they got some Cherokee yellow wax beans. Wonder were they vining or bush? The Cherokees are bush.
What veggie yields the most in containers for my balcony? What do you recommend? Oh, okay. So
pepper.
Peppers grow like crazy if you do
Pepper
it right.
just keeps going. It'll go till the frost. I mean, they'll make so many peppers you'll get tired of peppers.
I would say.
Or tomatoes. Well, if you got tomatoes would have to be, but you'd have to go with an indeterminate for it to keep producing, and it's going to get so tall, and it's just not going to be feasible.
I would do some charred, because you can break off those, and if it's just one person, 2 or 3 leaves is plenty. In a week or so, it's grown back up. You can keep with that. If you plant say 10 or 12 of them, you can eat all week off of them. I would think on that. If you like lettuce, lettuce is good. It's just not that filling. What else grows really good?
Well, asking, have you ever planted shallots? And yes, we have. Do you plant seed or sets? We planted the sets. We found out they did a lot better.
What's the best to plant in a 5-gallon bucket?
In a 5-gallon bucket, you can do potatoes. You can do, let's see, what else?
Have you ever planted?
Potatoes and sweet potatoes have been 2 good ones for 5-gallon buckets. A tomato plant grows great in a 5-gallon bucket. A pepper plant grows great in a 5-gallon bucket. You can grow a head of cabbage in a 5-gallon bucket. I mean, there's lots of things you can grow in a 5-gallon bucket. Does your cookbook have any canning recipes in it?
Very few. Some specialty canning things that I did that aren't really in any other kind of canning book, and that's about it, because people wanted me to do canning, but I'm like, you can get a ball book and look at the canning recipes. So I did a few, not many, maybe 5 or 6.
Do you dry English peas? No, only dried English peas we do are for seeds. We do not dry our English peas.
I did dehydrate some one year and put them up for storage. But we can use them for seed. If we need, well, once I dehydrated them, will they do for seed?
No.
Because they were fresh.
Because they were
Never
fresh.
mind. Okay, I can throw them in a salad or something. We did a few one year. Where can I order
Turkey, yellow eggs, beans, seeds? I do
Never
not
heard of
know. I
those.
cannot help you with that one.
Where are you guys? Why are we live tonight? Because last night we tried to go live, and for whatever reason, YouTube was messing up. The weather was messing up. We don't know. And so we told everybody we'd try to go live today. All right. Hello, Miss Francine. So let's see what else. Chard tastes best fresh picked. If it's old, it starts to taste like dirt. Yes.
Yes.
It's another one of those veggies that as long as you get it when it's really young and tender, it tastes really good. I eat it like a salad most of the time, but I also throw it in stir fry, and the stems are awesome in a stir fry.
Frogfoot Hawk says, how do we trellis our sugar peas? We have a video up we just put up the other day about our greenhouse. We use the 50-inch cattle panels. They seem to work the best for us, even though they grow a lot taller than 50 inches. But that's the best we can do, and because anything taller than that, you can't reach up there and pick them hardly.
Yeah. For those of you that don't have a garden, think of things like peanut butter to keep protein up, dried beans. What else? Protein.
Eggs.
Eggs. Yes. I know you can't store a lot of eggs, but if you can get eggs in a powder form or something and have them stored up. I know my Patriot Supply carries the number 10 cans of powdered eggs. Those would last. I mean, unless you're just a big egg eater, they would last,
a while.
For
a long time.
Once you open them, you'd have to use, repackage them or something, I guess, because it's a big can. But
Susan says, is it true you should grow potatoes away from other vegetables to avoid the spread of blight? I'm not sure about that. We have a video coming up this week about harvesting our potatoes and about intercompanion planting, plus, growing them alone by themselves. And I think you'll find out in that video that it's pretty informational.
Yeah. Diana said she's looking for any seed starting soil. Walmart doesn't have any. Our local hardware store had some. That's where I got mine.
Now, they had potting soil. They didn't have seed starting soil.
Oh, well, that is
they're
different.
Totally different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, seed starting soil is very fine.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what, if you can't find any, was that Diana?
Diana.
If you can't find any, and you can get you some sort of a sifter type thing, you can sift the regular potting soil, and the stuff that falls through it makes a great seed starting mixture. I've done it many a times when I couldn't find any, and only the fine stuff falls through it, and it's really good for starting seeds.
Lisa wants to know about the Louisiana orange tree. She bought a greenhouse from Grower Solutions. She's wanting a Louisiana orange.
Actually, I think I got this one at Walmart. Now, it depends on where you live at. We live right next to Louisiana, so it wasn't a problem for us to get one here. If you live way away, then you may have to order it from somewhere. I don't know.
Space Girl, I would not water glass store-bought eggs because they've already been cleaned and they already have a preservative put on them.
Yeah.
You don't want to water glass those. The only water glass eggs that you get from your chicken house, and don't wash those. Just wipe them off and put them in there. Do not wash the outer film off. You can kind of wipe the poop or something off or dirt if you have it, but don't wash them. Walmart has the seed starter soil online, and somebody says Home Depot has it.
Hall's Tools also has a seed starter mix. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a link down below to Hall's Tool. If you need to buy anything, you can go through that link and purchase it. If you spend over, how many dollars is it? Is it
25?
If you spend over 20 bucks, or
it might have been 75. I don't know.
Anyway, if you spend over X number of amount of dollars,
it might have been 25. I don't.
You get free seeds from because you've used our link.
Yeah. I don't remember. There's a dollar thing, and then you get some free seeds. You can call them and ask them. They are getting everything set up at Hoss Tools. Maynard's has seed starting soil. Maynard's, I've heard of that. How do y'all keep the mold out of the greenhouse? Fans.
Fans.
And it doesn't always keep it always out because we're starting to get a little bit because we have had some humid weather.
Well, a while ago, our carport was completely dry. An hour later, it's soaking wet.
And it's not blowing rain.
And it ain't a blowing rain either. Mm-mm. Danny, could you trust your pond water if it was filtered as good as well water? I would trust my pond water because I think my pond water is my well water, to be honest with you.
Samuel, I will try and check messages on Instagram. I usually don't see my Instagram messages because I have to find it each time. I'm not big on knowing exactly where it's at, but I'll look and see if I can find it. If you live near Hoss Tools and you pick up your order, you get a 10% discount. Oh, that's great.
That's nice.
All right, Samuel, we'll try and check it.
Yeah.
NC Farmer says, yes, I got free celebrity tomato seeds yesterday. Thank you. Yes, they were doing celebrity tomato seeds.
Yes, it is the celebrity. Now, I don't know which celebrity did we pick. Was it the hybrid or was it the heirloom?
I don't know. They didn't carry them last year, so they just started carrying them.
I know they just started carrying them because we had such good luck with them.
I don't know. I haven't asked which way. Can you grow beets in a 5-gallon bucket?
You can, but you won't get many in it. You won't get but about 6, 8 maybe in the bucket, and them do well.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
Because if you crowd them out, what happens is, let me say this: each beet seed that you buy has like 5 beet seeds in it, and when they come up, you have to thin them out, and don't pull them up. You have to clip them off.
What about Gurney's seeds? Yes, you can order from Gurney's. We just ordered what was that, razzmatazz?
We just ordered, I talked about it in one of my videos over on Patreon. We ordered
which isn't up yet.
It isn't up yet. We talk about a muscadine vine that has now been created that you can actually eat the hull and everything just like a regular grape. It's called a razzmatazz, and we just ordered one to go on our place here.
RB says, can I buy y'all's products other than Etsy? He doesn't buy or she doesn't buy from Etsy because of the political stance. You can use our P.O. box. You can look on Etsy, see what it costs, write a check and send it to the P.O. box.
But you got to get the shipping and all with it now.
Yeah, you'll have to see what it costs on Etsy with the shipping and all. Just don't purchase whatever, and then write the check for that amount. Make sure you enclose what you're ordering, the amount of what you're ordering, and everything in there, so I know, because I get so much stuff, and if you don't put a note in there, I don't know what you want. Did you finish the king cake and coconut cake? I finished the king cake. I have not finished the coconut cake. I'd be sitting here eating, but it seems to make some people mad. So.
Okay, Sherry says,
eating it right now.
Hi from Coffeyville, Kansas. Can y'all do a video on how to raise chickens? We have multiple videos on how to raise chickens.
We got a chicken coop video. We've got a few here and there on different things we do with our chickens, and we show them occasionally. I don't know if we talk exactly step by step raising chickens, but we show you our biddies. We showed you the meat birds when we got them.
We show you a lot about chickens.
How we raise them. We talked about the meat birds and all the way up and how to process them and everything. Danny, I got some chickens a week ago and they have not laid no eggs. When you move
chickens, they stop laying, and they may not lay for 2 or 3 weeks. And right now, if the daylight hours is not 14 hours, they're not going to lay anyway, so you're going to have to put a light on them.
Yeah. Baker's Creek has a message on their front page that there is a
30-day delay on shipping seeds. If you don't have your seeds already,
get them
now. As a matter of fact, I'll talk about that on my Patreon video.
Is Burgess bare root fruit trees worth buying?
I can't speak for Burgess. Gurneys, we bought their bare root trees. We bought probably 20 or 30 of them. And every one of them has lived. I mean, literally every one of them has lived.
That we were looking at all our fruit trees today, and they look awesome. What is your favorite supplier for chicks? What was the name of that one we used?
Hatchery, something.
McMurphy's? McMurphy's Hatchery,
I believe is what it was.
We had good luck with them.
Yeah.
You can eat that cake. I know. Well, I've had several people make really snobby comments that I'm always eating on our live, and usually that's the one time I'm slowing down long enough to get a snack this time. So I said, okay, I'm not going to eat. I'm just going to sit here.
What is your all-time favorite thing to grow and why?
Got some videos up now. Thanks for your help. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Motzil. Thank you so much. Our all-time favorite thing to plant? Oh, probably those Cherokee yellow wax beans.
For you, maybe.
I love those things, man. I love those Cherokee yellow wax beans.
For me, I like to plant anything that's colorful. I like the colorful stuff. I love being able to see a lot of color, and so planting something like the rainbow chard and things like that, that I can walk out and see pretty color in my garden. I like to see, like when the tomatoes are hanging and they're turning, or anything, the yellow wax beans, when they're yellow, you can see them. I planted the red green beans. That sounds weird. The red ones, but
snap beans.
Red snap beans.
There you go.
And they haven't come up yet, so if they don't, I'm going to try again because I want to be able to grow some red beans.
Okay, tons of questions are going by. I had to get down close enough I could actually read them.
I know, it's hard to read.
Andy said, when is the latest that we can plant English peas? You got probably another 3 weeks you can plant English peas.
Yeah.
In our zone, that is, in zone 8.
Thank you, ABC. She said, forget those rude comments. Eat up. I can't do the Patreon, so wish I could, but what is the other thing you guys are on, not YouTube?
We have one over on Brighteon, a couple of them.
But I haven't put anything recent on Brighteon. I just don't have time to upload. A lot of people ask me to go to all these different platforms.
Yeah.
I do good to get something on YouTube, y'all. I don't have time to just sit and constantly, plus with our internet, it's hard to upload 24/7 to hit all these different platforms. I don't know how people are doing it. They have to have some really good internet, that's all I can say.
Linda says, okay, why do you guys look younger every time? I'm serious. Well, should we tell them?
We eat well, yeah.
I mean, we have a makeup artist that sits out here in front of us that every time we get ready to go live or do videos, they do a makeup artist.
Yeah, y'all see this?
Yeah, we're sitting here.
I'm
in my old overalls and my raggedy old shirt. We just came in a while ago because it started raining, and I'm like, okay, let's just go live because we promised them with. Guys, if I can't answer that.
We are what we are.
We are what we are. We eat well.
Deborah, thank you. She said, eat what you want. It feels like we're sitting around the table. Well, that was my whole purpose. This live stream is supposed to be like Saturday night, only it's Sunday night right now.
Yeah.
But usually Saturday night, when you have family come in and you're sitting around and you're talking, you have your coffee, you have your cake or whatever, and you just visit. You know, to me, I don't think that's rude, but I guess some people think it's rude to see somebody eat, so they can live by themselves.
Chris says, can I plant English peas in Wisconsin? Yes. As a matter of fact, the further north you go, the better English peas do. Now, the plants can take a freeze. The blooms and the pods cannot take a freeze. So keep that in mind.
It's all that fresh air and good cooking. We have been outside a lot for about 2 months.
We live outside. We don't even hardly ever stay in the house.
And for it to be wintertime.
Why do we have a house?
I guess
to sleep in at night.
Y'all want to buy a house?
I guess to sleep in at night. We
got the cabin.
We got the cabin. I mean, we got the garage now. We got this house. We got a barn. We got a cellar. I mean.
Y'all, we have really outdone. And y'all just wait till y'all get to the end. Do not miss the end of the video tomorrow. Just stick with it. Y'all, it's well worth it. Just saying.
David, the large black hogs did not work out good for us. We actually ended up trading them off. The best breed we found was a mule foot. The mule foot hog done better for lard for us. You can do them, and if you're looking for another pig, would be the coon-coons. A coon-coon is a very good lard pig too, or the Idaho pasture pigs.
I won't do it that way. I'm probably gonna mess something up, but I've got to run back. Okay. Amanda says, do you put fish fertilize on soil before planting seeds inside under grow lights?
Let me just give you a little bit of advice. Do not put fish fertilizer in your house at all. You will leave your house. It stinks so bad.
And if you put it in your garden, any creature that you have anywhere within a 5-mile radius is going to come dig it up.
Yeah, so be careful when you use fish emulsion if you do not have good critter control around your place.
Do you use Tatler lids?
No, we tried them one time and I lost about half of them now, so I didn't use them anymore.
Do English peas need to be staked or trellised?
Yes, English peas should always be trellised on something. You can some kind of netting or something other.
Go ahead, Sandy, eat that apple pie. You're making me want apple pie. Well, the cake that my daughter brought, she brought 2 actually. One was a king cake, and if you don't know what a king cake is, look up Paul's Pastry in Picayune, Mississippi. I think they ship. They do king cakes, and it is a great round cake with a hole in the middle that has cream cheese. You can get blueberry, strawberry, whatever. On the outside is colorful sugar, and they had a baby in the center. So she brought 2 king cakes, and I have 2 babies laying up here. They're little bitty somethings.
Okay, Country Homestead Preacher said they saw a bald eagle in the wild. Wow, that's kind of rare.
Where are we at? Right here. You see that baby? Times 2, because I got twins. They hide these babies. Ever who gets the baby has to buy the next cake, and I think Grace got one.
Okay, they want to know if tomorrow's video is any better than the one with me riding on the cart.
The ending is.
Yeah, the ending on tomorrow's video is, well, that's a spoiler alert.
They gonna watch the ending. They won't watch.
They won't watch the video now. Well, you'll end up watching the thing. You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, they gotta watch the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other cake, I was telling what my cake was. The other one was a coconut cake, like 3 layers with the 7-minute icing with the coconut on it, like old people used to make long time ago. It was awesome. I still got 1 piece, so after this is over, I'm gonna eat my cake.
Have we heard anything about the price of butter going sky high? We didn't only hear about it, we saw it.
Yeah.
We went to the store. 1 pound of butter, we used to pay $2 or something, was $5 and something. The organic was $9 and something. And I was like, whoa.
Yes, king cake is a Mardi Gras thing. It is part of Mardi Gras.
It's part of Mardi Gras. It's paganism.
I don't do Mardi Gras, but I love king cakes, and Paul's Pastry makes the absolute best you've ever eaten. And so my daughter ran in Walmart, picked up a couple, and brought them by here.
Okay. ABCXYZ said they got 18 free tomato cages today. They were all happy about that.
Free is good.
Free is good for anything. They're talking about the bald eagle that everybody saw.
What's better for a beginner grazing a rocky field of weeds, goats or Dexters?
A rocky field full of weeds. Dexters will eat the same thing goats eat, just about. So you can take your choice. Depends on how big of a field it is. If it's a small field, you might want to stick with goats. If it's a large field, you probably could do it with Dexters.
Lippy's still getting butter for $1.49 a pound.
Yeah, but she lives in Kentucky.
Everything in Kentucky's cheap for some reason.
Well, yeah, you know, Lippy now done got a totally different voice than what she used to have. She talks so slow now. I mean, used to she was like wide open, but now that girl talks real slow.
She has slowed down.
A lot.
She's going to get us for that one.
She'll get me for that one. Amy said, Mom, Walmart doesn't carry those.
Well, where was it? She stopped somewhere and got. Oh, she stopped at what's that other one?
Now the price of everything is rising, Mama Tribe.
Not Walmart. It was our
Walmart
me. Does.
Don't ask me because I don't ever look. I don't even. I've only been to Walmart twice in a year, so I feel like I'm doing real good.
Corner Market. She went to Corner
Market.
Okay. That's where it was. Got it. Do you know why butter's going up? So bizarre. I don't know, because we don't have enough cows anymore. They doing away with the cows.
James says we're poor in Kentucky.
I think at Walmart the butter is still what, 2 something. But we were in Piggly Wiggly and it was 4 something, almost 5, and then that was a cheap butter, and the organic was $9.45 for a pound, and I said no way, no, I will do without butter.
Somebody said they priced butter Wednesday in Missouri. It was $3.50 a pound. North Carolina was $2.49 a pound.
Corner Market, yeah. See, I got it right. Fine.
Actually, the value of a dollar is going down. I don't know how much more it can go down because it ain't worth nothing now.
Yeah.
Lippy is spoiling those Kentucky folks with all that good cooking.
Yeah, I was watching her blackening fish. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But she's gonna come cook me something soon. I'll provide the food. She's just gonna cook. I'll even clean the dishes.
Betty said the price of milk is just insane.
Really? Somebody said milk had dropped down to like $1 a gallon somewhere, and I was like, really? So it must be going crazy again.
Country Homestead Preacher said they pay $3.98 for the Cabot. This is organic butter from Amish community. Wow, Jim and I get some organic stuff. See, we're gonna have to move to Kentucky, I reckon.
I done told her find me a place in Kentucky.
Man,
does it pay to
Kentucky
make
couldn't handle us and Buddy and Lippy.
I think we could make Kentucky wild.
I mean, I would probably wouldn't mind Kentucky, but their governor, I just can't handle the governor, man. That man, I'd have to.
No.
I'd have to run for governor if I moved to Kentucky.
We'd have to have 100 acres in the middle of nowhere where we couldn't see nobody.
Yeah, you got that right. Well, I'd be up if I could get up close to Jared up there at Flutie Lick. That might be all right.
I don't know about all them hills. We'd have to have one short leg and one long leg so we could walk. Somebody's finding.
Where is Deep South? Deep South is 30 miles north of the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
We got some good land here. She's bringing a goodie bag, Mr. Danny. I told her you was going to fill her car up before she leaves.
No, it's possible. Yeah, it's quite possible.
What size homestead do you think could sustain a family of 4?
A family of 4, you need at least 20 acres.
Not here. Milk's around $4 a gallon. Okay. Gemini says she's running for mayor.
No, governor. She said she's running for governor there. I would, if I lived up there, I'd vote for you.
Cotton balls. Okay, yeah, things like cotton balls have multiple uses.
Yes.
Coffee filters. If you don't even buy coffee filters, go buy
coffee filters.
You will find multiple uses for them.
If you cook fish in grease, I mean, you got crumbs in it. You can run it through a coffee filter and take the crumbs out, and you still got clean grease. I mean, just all kinds of things.
You can use coffee filters as a cover over your bowls and stuff, where, usually you use plastic wrap or whatever. You can use it over it. Straining anything through a coffee filter.
There's David the Good.
Hey, David.
David, how is it going, my friend?
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Milk is $9 a gallon in Connecticut. Organic. Woo!
Well, I lived in Connecticut one time, and I can tell you everything in Connecticut is expensive.
Oh, Amy said, what? I guess she didn't hear you. What is the latest you can plant English peas in Mississippi?
I told you about 3 weeks, Amy.
You got about 3 weeks.
You got about 3 weeks to plant.
The middle of February.
Yeah. When are you planting your French fingerlings? John Henderson.
In a week or so.
Probably. Well, it's supposed to rain the next 4 days here.
2 weeks.
So once the ground dries up, Mr. John, we're going to probably try to get them in.
Do you think it's necessary to get, iodine tablets in case of an LCE.
Yes, and you never know if there's going to be a biological radiation gets loose or something or other. You may need the iodine tablets to protect your thyroid.
Hey, Gothic Sugar.
We have the liquid iodine. We don't have the iodine tablets. We have liquid iodine that you can just put on you.
It would take over 1,000, $1 bills to cover the landmass of Connecticut.
Oh, David the Good says he's got his bare root trees in the ground this week.
Oh.
He's a little south of us. He's in Florida now, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that where you at, David? You came back to Florida, I believe. Last video I saw, I believe, was in Florida.
Yeah. That's what I was. He's got his in. We were talking about bare root a while ago.
Yeah,
ours are doing great. We
ours
got them last year.
All of our bare roots lived from Gurney's. Every one of them lived.
We had good luck with Gurney's. The ones we got from Grower Solutions in the greenhouse, we didn't lose any of those.
We haven't lost any of those. Matter of fact, the ones we got from Grower Solutions actually bore fruit the same year we planted them.
They're awesome. Get your greenhouse stuff.
Yeah.
Iodine helps prevent ovarian cysts
too.
And she's a Grammy midwife. She should know. We got a couple of midwives coming on here. And if you don't know a midwife, I would suggest if you have young children, young girls getting to the teenage age, I'd invest in finding a midwife before it's too late, just in case. That's going to be one thing that a lot of people may need to know.
My mulberry tree buds are starting to swell. We have lots of stuff starting to swell out here. As a matter of fact, huckleberries today are already blooming.
He found blooms on them. I knew they were budding out, but he found blooms. All our trees, all our fruit trees have buds on them.
Yeah.
He's
Well, David ain't far from us then. Wow, he's probably only, what, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours from us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see here. Betty said I'm planting 2 more peach trees this year, I think.
John said he helped a young man plant 48 fruit trees this week. Yes.
That's wise. I'll tell you what. We're going to be turning one of our greenhouses into nothing but fruit trees and berry trees. We done made our mind up.
Aqua Drop said they just ordered for the greenhouse from Grower Solutions.
Using our discount code. All right. I hope you was able to save enough money to make it worth it.
Do you have a favorite flower to grow, Miss Wanda? Roses. And I only have one on this whole place, and I didn't really realize it because everywhere I've ever been, I've always had roses. And last year I bought a rose. It's a white rose, and I call it my Faith Rose because my oldest granddaughter's name is Faith. And it just, for some reason, I thought of her when I got it. But Danny had roses when I got here, but we dug all of them up. They were yellow, and they were not doing good. And we had some branches on them come up from the root. And so I moved those. So I have those here, too. They're red, but they're the root stock.
The root stock.
The yellow was on a root stock, and the root stock kept coming. So I've got the little bitty red root stock and then the white rose, and I'm going to remedy that this year.
Okay.
I plan on having roses.
Big Wave Florida says, good evening, guys. Made it. Danny, I scored a Ford 3000 diesel with a disc, a 2-row plow, new bush hog, and a boom for $3,000. Been waiting a long time for this. All right.
Don't you love those deals?
Yes, love those kind of things.
I think Buddy got his too for a good deal. He got a tractor.
David said he got his bare root trees from Central Farm Supply in Atmore. Do we have any pawpaw trees? No, I don't think we have any pawpaw trees.
No, I had some seeds, but I never did get them planted, so I don't know that they're any good.
All right, let me move this thing down.
I don't even know what a pawpaw is. I had to look it up one day.
Let's see here.
How far apart do you plant blueberry trees?
12 feet apart. Now, you can plant them closer than that if you got a smaller space. But I've learned
to get around them,
to be able to get around them and take care of them and prune them and everything. We've got ours 12 by 12.
Yeah, and you can keep them kind of small if you want them. They just announced that manufacturers of ammo are raising prices 15%.
Wow. Okay. Cindy said, my mulberry bushes keep dying. I've replanted a few times. No, my blueberry bushes.
Yeah.
If your soil has too much lime in it, if your pH is too high, blueberries cannot thrive. You need acidic soil. You need 4 or 5 pH is what you're looking for in your soil. If it's too neutral, you need to add some sulfur to it in order to be able to bring the pH down.
Pawpaw spread like quackgrass. Well, then we don't need that. Nothing that spreads. Allison, thank you
for this wondrous rose. All right.
Oh, I've ordered me some roses. Years ago, a friend of mine, her mother, and I sat down and we ordered a whole bunch of these little miniature roses. They make little bitty roses in all different colors. And I thought that was going to be the cutest little thing, but I never did get those to grow. But in this sandy soil, I should be able to get me some roses going.
You should be able to.
And those at the cabin seem to be doing okay. So I may get some more over there and start a rose bed. We need a rose garden.
There's a song about a rose garden, you know.
All right.
David's telling Cindy there's a book called Grow a Little Fruit Tree. It's excellent.
Yeah, David has out a book. Now, I've got the book in there on my coffee table about compost. If y'all haven't checked out David's book on compost, you can go over to his channel. I know if you look in the description, he tells you where to find it. It might be on, I think it's on Amazon.
It's maybe on Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, so it's something about compost. Danny's advice on wide spacing for blueberries is right on. Get the maximum growth.
To get the maximum growth, you need it. Yeah.
Lynette says.
Hi from Alaska, not Deep South. No, that'd be called the far north.
Do you have any olive trees? I have one. We were given one.
Oh, it died.
Gift. Did it die?
Yeah, we moved it and it died.
Oh.
Sure
he
did.
was trying to rearrange the fencing and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was doing really good last year. Have we ever raised roselle? Didn't you used to?
Yes, I used to raise roselle all the time.
I had some seeds, but I think I lost them.
Yeah, John Hendrickson's never promised you a rose garden. That's it.
Danny didn't promise me.
I didn't promise her
one.
I told her, I said, with every rose garden, you got to realize comes a bunch of thorns.
Yes, it's on Amazon. Compost everything. I knew it was compost something, but I couldn't remember everything.
We have that book laying right in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you grow mushrooms?
No, we don't.
We do. All
well, we got mushrooms growing everywhere, but it's not the kind you can eat.
It's so humid and weird here that we have mushrooms everywhere, but not on purpose.
Yeah, it's not on purpose. Do we have a recommendation for a sweet potato for North Florida? My soil is pretty much like yours. Yeah, you can grow the Vardamans there. They do really well. You should be able to grow the Beauregards. They do pretty good. Or the if you like white ones, the Nancy Halls would do pretty good there. I mean, it all depends. It depends on your taste. The purple ones, you probably can't kill them. If you get them started, they're like weeds. You won't be able to stop them.
David said, I need roses for vitamin C. That's my excuse.
Ah.
I love the rose hips and stuff, so yes. How's your peanut plants doing?
I looked at them today, and I pulled one up the other day, and the peanut hulls was full. So it's probably getting about time for me to pick them, to be honest with you. I looked at them today.
Amy said they've been eating blueberries today.
Ah.
From Deep South.
From Deep South.
Suggestions on how to keep chickens out of the garden.
Yeah, make a good chicken pen.
Put a fence up.
Don't put a fence around your garden, or put your chickens in a pen. I mean, that's the only thing I can tell you, because they will go everywhere.
You can't have both. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Yep.
I let mine out on a limited basis and keep them pretty much around the pen and then call them back in. Because if I don't, we learned one year, was it the chicken or the turkey? The turkey's the one.
Turkey's the one that ate them all.
Ate his seeds right quick.
Model Railroading says, are goats or Dexters better for electric portable fencing? We have nearly 9 acres of a weedy field that has no fencing, planning on rotational grazing them. The Dexters do real good with electric fencing. A goat,
good luck.
Good luck, yeah.
When do peanuts get planted?
After danger of all frost is gone, probably about mid-March.
Do y'all ever dehydrate fruits? Yes.
Yes.
I dehydrated quite a few. I've tried.
Matter of fact, I had some today when I was over at the cabin.
Apples?
Yep.
Yeah. I forgot those were over there.
They're over there. Yep.
Yeah, I try to dehydrate some off and on. When did you say answer? When do peanuts get planted?
Yeah, they get peanuts get planted after the frost is all. Danger of frost is gone. It takes 120 days to raise a peanut, so just check your, whenever the last frost is, and you can plant them anytime. They'll grow anytime.
What is the name of my favorite dehydrator? I have a Excalibur.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If you don't dehydrate very much at a time, I would say a 5 tray would do excellent. I have a 9 tray, and I don't always fill it up because it takes a lot. You wouldn't think it does, but if you're going to if you have small batches of stuff, a 5 tray would save you money, plus it would do well.
1977 Islander says, Danny, I'm planting jungle peanuts this year in grow bags. Do I need to keep adding soil like an indeterminate potato? No. What you'll do is you'll plant the peanuts, fill the bag full of soil, plant the peanuts in it. When it starts blooming, push the limbs all down on it and put a thing of dirt right in the middle of it to make sure the limbs lay flat.
I'm going to tell you what, Miss Lippy's on it. She done got my dehydrated apples up there.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling y'all need a good moderator. Y'all have to message Gemini. She's on it.
Do we use a sun oven? No, if we had one, we would, but we don't actually own one, to be honest with you.
Can you milk Dexters? Yes. They have some excellent milk.
Dexters have the best milk that you can actually get. It's an A2 milk. It's really good on the internal organs of the body. It's already naturally homogenized, kind of like goat milk is. Just really good for you.
How do you keep rabbits, deer, woodchucks, and all from eating your garden?
It's called a pellet gun, an air rifle. We shoot anything around here that's not ours. It gets shot.
Thank you, Maury. She says, sorry, Mr. Danny, but I have to help Miss Wanda start her rose garden.
Oh.
I see roses this week. I almost bought roses this week, and I was looking at gurneys, and I was going to order some with my order. So now I'll go back to Grower Solution, and I'm going to message Tyler and say, okay, add this to my order. Any idea what to do with the soil from containers once the growing season is over?
You can still use the soil. Just make you a compost pile outside and put it in a compost pile and add other things to it. And then after a year, most things have died in it, so you don't have to worry about it too much.
Can you separate the cream in A2 milk?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, A2 milk probably has a richer cream in it.
Do you ferment? No.
Ran 5X.
I don't like the taste of it, so I'm not big on anything fermented. I fermented pickles or cucumbers and made pickles before, but I didn't like the taste of them, and it's a long process doing that. And I don't like fermented anything. A lot of people do, but I just don't. It's good for you, but.
Kimberly says, have you thought about getting a freeze dryer? We've thought about it, and we may actually consider it at some point. But right now, we're so busy doing other things, we just haven't had a chance to even look into it that well.
Papa King, it looks like you making a rose garden.
Yeah, just another thing on my list.
All I got to have is a shovel, and I'm going to be burying roses,
yeah.
planting them, and that's one of the tools on his tool thing tomorrow. I think I could use that. I don't know. That may not dig enough for me.
It may not.
That's not the thing I need, is it?
Fermented watermelon rinds. When I was a kid, lots of people made fermented watermelon rinds. Matter of fact, when I was a kid, we almost got drunk off of them because my neighbor's mama made them, and we went out there and popped some lids on some of them, and they were really fermented, really good. And we were laughing and giggling and carrying on as just little 12, 13-year-old kids. And their mother came out there, and they realized what we'd done. And, of course, we got a whipping, but we sure did enjoy it.
Oh, I got to show this now. How do y'all like that? My granddaughter, Faith, she has a channel called
Chasing Rabbits.
Chasing Rabbits.
This one's going to get all choked up there.
She painted this and brought it to me. It's going in the cabin. And then, let me sit it where I can. And then they brought me, where am I at? a cup and some socks.
I will love you till the cows come home.
Because they know we have cows.
Yeah.
And this is a nice cup. I like it. I should have fixed me something in it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water. I'm being good.
You're being good. Let's see here. There was a couple things went by. I didn't see what. Do we make sauerkraut? Nope. We don't eat anything fermented like that. Danny, how early can I plant potatoes? Depends on where you live at. Let's see. In zone 8, you can plant potatoes probably second week in February. Some people, well, I have planted them in January.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to really be watching, because if it frosts or freezes, you got to be out there to cut them off. And they'll come back out. But we usually wait till the first week or two in February.
Do you make or brew your own kombucha? I did for many years. This was back 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I brewed kombucha before it was really popular. I was one of those type people that did things before everybody else knew about it. And I drank kombucha every day for probably a couple of years. And then I started having a yeast infection. I would break out all on my neck, all on my arms, and I had to quit because I was drinking too much. So if anybody has any issues like that, it could be your kombucha if you're drinking it. I even made some since Danny and I have been married, and I hadn't made it in 15 years. And I made one batch, and all the breaking out came back. So I know that's what it was.
Model Railroading says, can you make butter from Dexter's milk? Yes, you can. Makes excellent butter. Are they more expensive to raise than goats? In our opinion, no. They're less expensive.
Less trouble.
Less trouble, less expensive. Sam says, do Dexters come polled? Yes, you can pick a breed of Dexters that is polled. Matter of fact, we have some that's polled.
Third greenhouse. Somebody's wishing. You done told him you were doing
No, I ain't told nobody nothing.
I ain't paying him no attention. He done said something about a third greenhouse that I don't know
No,
about.
I ain't said nothing about no third greenhouse.
We are actually in zone 8.
We're in zone 8, Aim.
I asked about indeterminate and determinate tomatoes. Can you give a quick review on the difference? What's the difference between the two?
Okay, determinate tomatoes. All your tomatoes, your bush will get about 3 feet high. Some of them may get 4 foot high. All your tomatoes will get ripe at one time over a 2-week period, and then the plant just quits bearing. An indeterminate, when it starts to bloom, it can grow. I've had some to grow 8 to 10 feet tall, and they just keep bearing tomatoes until a frost kills them or a disease kills them or whatever. Depending on the amount of space you have, we have better luck with the determinate varieties here, the indeterminates. We have good luck with some of them too, but not as good as we do with the determinate, because we have such a problem with blight and disease here in the Deep South because of the humidity. We like to get all of our tomatoes up at once and just get it over with.
Is Amy in the same zone as us? Pretty much.
Yeah, she'd be 8A.
Okay, so Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds after frost is when you plant them. What does it mean to be polled?
It means they're born with no horns on their head.
Yeah. I say third greenhouse. I love the greenhouse videos. They're siding with you. That at least I'm getting a rose garden then. I'm getting a big rose garden.
Maybe.
Nope. No,
we'll
maybe.
See about it.
If you get another greenhouse, half this land's gonna have roses.
Yeah,
on it.
we have roses around the greenhouses.
Probably. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm in zone 5A and B. When can I plant Danny corn and when can I plant Cherokee tan pumpkins? You can plant them, Leroy, anytime the danger of frost is over. You know.
Do you recommend adding a shortwave or ham radio to your emergency prep?
To have a ham radio, first of all, you gotta have a license.
Yeah.
You have to go to classes and get a license. There is some speculation that people with ham radios are beginning to get in trouble with the federal government if they talk about the insurrection thing that took place up at the Capitol and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're starting to monitor that really well.
Can you inoculate pea seeds and how? Yes, they make 2 or 3 different types of inoculant. They got the kind you just put in the ground. There's a granular type. You put your seeds right in with it, or they have the type that you can mix with water and put your seeds in it and slosh them around in it and let it dry and then plant them. I've used both types. I prefer the granulated. I've had better luck with the granulated. It seems to do better.
Deer love roses. Well, I'm gonna have to keep them away from the
Yeah, deer do like
cabin.
roses. Yeah.
Those deer have been all over the place over there, and Danny did till. Oh, we had some pictures.
Oh, we got all kinds.
All kind of pictures.
We're sitting here carrying on, man.
I forgot about these.
I'm glad you said
I didn't put
something.
a picture up of he plowed some today where the deer had done eat all our greens off.
Yeah.
The cake. That's the 2 cakes.
These are the 2 cakes Miss Wanda was talking about earlier. Well, wait
I forgot about it.
Oh, it ain't coming up, so it may not work.
Okay, so maybe we don't have.
We had to do a second deal here.
Okay.
Okay, we don't have pictures.
Never mind.
Okay, we was gonna show y'all a bunch of stuff, but
I bet I moved them when I was moving pictures.
You did. You started another live stream, and
I moved a lot of stuff, and it's not.
Once you move it, it won't let you do it. Nope.
Okay, so nothing I had is gonna work. I moved all of them.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. No pictures. Do we grow lavender? I have been growing lavender for 2 or 3 years, but lavender doesn't do extremely well. Nope. I get a little bit off of it, and I have to replant every year.
Yes, and he's right. You can listen on a ham radio, but you need a license to be able to talk.
Yeah. Would you suggest sorghum or sweet beets in zone 6? Zone 6, but they're nearly at 5.
Yeah. I would suggest sugar beets. You're a little bit far north for sorghum. I mean, either one would work, but sugar beets would be your better choice, I believe.
How do you make homemade butter without heavy cream?
You can make butter. You can go to the store and buy whipping cream and do it, but
you can also buy just milk from a
dairy.
Before it's homogenized. You have to get from a small dairy. You can make your own. Which brand and model air rifle do you have?
Sad to say they don't carry mine anymore. I have an RS 22. It looks like a real rifle, and it's as heavy as a real rifle. It shoots 1,300 feet per second. I mean, I've killed stuff up to 100 yards away. It's very accurate. It has a 22 caliber barrel and a 177 caliber barrel on it. But the last I looked, they don't even make it anymore.
Okay, will sugar beets grow in the South?
No. Well, they will, but you have to be careful with sugar beets. First of all, most of them are genetically modified. You have to make sure the ones that you get are not genetically modified. Hodson says, what does inoculating pea seeds do for them? Things like peas and some of your beans and stuff like that, they're nitrogen fixing for the soil. And when you first plant them, they need to be able to take up some nitrogen from the soil before they get big enough to be able to pull it out of the air and put it back into the ground. And when you put inoculant on it, what it does is helps the pea plant to be able to pull nitrogen from the soil till it gets large enough to be able to pull it out of the atmosphere and put it back into the soil.
Have we grown mushrooms? Not intentionally.
No.
Our weather grows them all over the place, but not intentionally. I'm back. She's back. Libby.
Oh. I was trying to figure out, okay. Whole organic milk can be used to make butter? Yes.
A license to talk. Everybody's fixing to have a license to talk.
Yeah. Now, that's for a ham radio now.
Should you cut back
bush beans when they first come up to ensure thicker growth? No. Do not do that.
Where do we buy the Alexa Pure water filter? My Patriot Supply. In our description is a link to My Patriot Supply. It's called Prepare with Deep South, and you can go through it. I think they're about $189. They were $169. I think they went up to $189. Everything's kind of easing up.
Somebody wants to know what zone Kentucky's in. I have no clue. You might ask Gemini. Gemini's on here. She lives in Kentucky.
I think she's 7 or 6. I don't remember.
Need more ham radio going on? Probably so, but you got to be able to get the license, and they are monitoring. The FCC is monitoring them very heavy.
Because they know that's an alternate way to talk.
It's an alternate way for people to communicate.
We have an old phone in here if we could run our own lines.
Yeah, you'd have to have a hardwire to do it, though. Lippy says Kentucky's in zone 7A.
Okay. Come on, Homestead.
Simon.
That's come on.
Come on.
Come on, Homestead.
Yeah.
Wish I had Danny up here in South Carolina to help rebuild this cane mill I have. Yeah, I showed you Adrian.
Yeah, you showed us. Yeah, you showed us Adrian's mill. I looked at it. Man, now you're gonna have a belt on a tractor to be able to run it, unless you can get a gear system to run it by.
Yeah. It's a nice. He got it for a good deal.
Got a real good deal on that, and he got the pan and all, didn't he? You said.
I think he said he got the
pan
evaporator pan and everything. Y'all just got to keep your eyes open, like Danny says, for these deals.
You just got to look for these deals. Go to these estate sales and stuff like that, and if you see one just sitting growed up in somebody's property, just stop and ask them.
Georgia Garden Girl says she's planting her potatoes already, but she's looking for oat straw, the herb. Do you know where you can find it?
In the South, oat straw is going to be kind of tough to come by.
I don't know about that one.
Wheat straw and oat straw are two tough things to come by.
No, she's talking about the herb called oat straw.
I don't know.
I've heard of it, but I don't know where you would find seed.
I don't know.
I would look for a herb seed company and see if you can find them. I'm in 8B. Can I get some sweet potato slips? You can grow your own. Danny,
I have a sweet potato manual out there. If you purchase a manual, like it shows you how to go to the store and get a sweet potato and grow your own.
They're very easy to do.
Very easy to do.
We should be planting our sweet potatoes for slips shortly, next week or so, right?
We'll be planting them pretty quick, yeah.
Because I know we usually plant sometime 1st of February, sometimes a little later, but
yeah.
Oat straw from the Amish. Check with an Amish.
Yeah, if you have an Amish community nearby, you might be able to purchase some.
All right. What else? Oh, y'all, I was going to show y'all the color of my porch. Well, the color of the she shed.
But the pictures won't work.
Pictures won't work, but it's making a huge difference. Just take my word for it. I have not moved anything in yet. I was hoping to, but I've been painting.
She's been painting.
I want to get it painted. I like 2 walls.
Yep.
Danny put up a door yesterday. Well, actually 2 doors. The bathroom and my room. So we needed the door before I put anything in there because I wanted it protected. And I hadn't had time. We've been busy all day.
We have been busting our tail.
He's been working in the greenhouse. He moved the blackberries.
Yeah, I moved blackberries in the greenhouse.
We dug the potatoes.
We dug our potatoes.
I
resituated my peach trees.
We moved the pomegranate tree.
Oh, we did. We replanted your pomegranate tree. I replanted an apple tree.
I've cooked and cleaned and helped him, and then I've edited 1 video for tomorrow, and I got 2 more to go. And
plus, I cleaned up around the
actually
garage.
3 more. You said you did Patreon. I got 3.
Oh, I shot videos today too.
Yeah. We've been busy.
Yeah.
I deserve cake, right?
So you're planting sweet potatoes next week, and have slips ready.
We're planting the potatoes to make slips.
To make slips next week.
The
slips won't be ready till probably
March, or if not, at least March.
I probably will wait another week or so before I plant any sweet potatoes.
Yeah, because we want them end of March, ready, sort of toward the end of March.
Yeah.
Hello, Grandpa's farm, Fishstead. Grandpa's Fishstead.
How's the banana tree doing? Oh.
The cold kind of got the leaves on the tall one, but it's coming back out, hopefully, and the little ones are doing okay.
Any fishing in the pond to check the fish size? Wanted to ask me today.
I tried to get him to fish.
She tried to get me to go fishing today. She said, go catch some of them fish so we can see how big they are. I said, nah.
We sat out there at the pier and ate our lunch and watched the fish move around, and one of them has to be a big fish, but I'm thinking it's our carp. And we really don't want to catch him. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying purple sweet potatoes this year. I'll tell you what, if you ever get them started,
you'll have potatoes.
You'll have potatoes for the rest of your life because all you got to do is just leave a piece in the ground and they just keep coming back every year.
We planted pineapple tops to get our pineapples.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we've saved our own pineapples now for several years, and the pineapples we have growing now are just about all our own pineapples.
Yeah. This pineapple, somebody's asking how was it? It was more tangy because we picked it before it actually turned. It had started turning yellow because we were expecting really hard freezes for 2 or 3 nights. Yeah. And even though I covered it for several days, I decided we ought to pick it. And then we let it turn for what, another 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, it got to where it was really soft. It was good. God, the whole really kitchen smelled like pineapple.
But
matter of fact, I'm still eating on it.
Yeah, it wasn't as sweet as the one in the yard. The one that stayed on the vine or the bush and ripened on the bush was like candy. Yeah. This one was a little bit more tangy than that one, but it's still awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. Smoked carp.
Carp is bony. Carp is bony, but you can grind it. If you grind it and run it through a grinder, you can't tell the difference. I mean, it's actually good.
Hello, Miller.
Hello, Miller Homestead.
Looking forward to planting season, zone 4B, so the ground's frozen solid.
Yeah, you'll be a while before you plant. You're going to probably be in the
David popped in. Hello, Adapt 2030.
Hey, man.
How about
white currants for a bush perennial fruit? Where you live at probably would do pretty good up in Tennessee, up there in northeast Tennessee. I think it would probably do okay.
They don't do well here.
They don't do well here. It's too hot.
Could the white sweet potato keep coming back like the purple? I don't know. We hadn't tried. We didn't leave any in the ground.
Didn't leave any. Well, there's probably some in the ground, though. We'll find out.
Probably.
Yeah.
They'll start popping up when it warms up. Danny, what Bible translation do you read from or use? He has several.
I have about 25 different translations, to be honest with you.
He likes a couple of different
I like to take the King James Version, either old or new, it doesn't matter to me, and then I cross-reference it over to the Hebrew Bible, and or the Jewish Bible, let me say that. And I like to look at it in its original manuscript. That's my best way to do it. I like to look at something how it was written in Hebrew so that I can actually interpret it better, because the Bible really wasn't written to a Western culture. It was written to an Eastern culture. And to understand it, you need to understand it from a Hebraic standpoint.
Do we have pecan or walnut trees?
We have 2 pecan trees that are small. We do not have any walnut trees.
We're fixing to remedy that, though, if we can find the right
I just can't find any walnut trees. I wanted some of the Captain walnuts. I don't want the black walnuts. I want the Captain walnuts.
And they were sold out on several places we looked. So we're going to keep our eyes open for those. What else? We were looking for something else. We were looking
hazelnuts.
They were sold out.
We're wanting to get some hazelnuts and some Captain walnuts.
What are the small carrots called? Actually, they were just carrots we pulled.
We just pulled them early.
About this big.
Yeah, they get about 6 inches long.
And about this big around. We're fixing to harvest carrots, so y'all will see a carrot video shortly, maybe end of the week, first of next week.
Yeah.
It's time for us to start putting up some carrots.
Alexa says, what's your favorite thing to put up in the pantry?
Favorite?
I like the fruits myself.
I love jellies. I love making jellies, and I'm a jelly-aholic. I don't eat it every day, but I love seeing the different colors of jellies done. The easiest thing to do is probably carrots. To me, I can whip out those carrots and can those so fast. And I like to can carrots, but I like to see different jellies on a shelf. Everybody's talking to David that they like to watch him. Yes. Y'all check
Leroy says, does a person have to register or do something special to do or have a homestead name? No.
Everybody has a homestead name.
No, you just make up one, but you have to make sure that nobody else has it now.
Yeah. And just give your place, whether you're in, it doesn't matter where. People have homesteads that live in town.
Yeah.
They live on small lots. They live in rentals. I mean, it doesn't matter. If they want to be a homesteader, they can give their name, whatever.
Okay.
Where do you?
Should pecans and shells be stored in the freezer so they last longer? I leave mine in the shell just simply because I like to shell them. But if you want to shell them out and put them in the freezer, you know, that's fine. They'll last forever in a freezer. You don't have to worry about it. Black walnut trees are a pain in the tush, according to what someone said there, because you plant anything near them, they give off a compound that will not grow anything around them.
Can you run just a little bit back? There was something I saw I was going to answer. Well, are they Danvers carrots buying carrot seed soon? Yeah, we did do Danvers half longs.
We did the Danvers half longs, but right now we found that we have better luck with the Kuroda carrot from Kitazawa Seed Company.
Yeah, but the Danvers do really good too.
Yeah, the Danvers do good.
Actually, the yellow ones from Hoss Tools did okay. And what was the other one?
The yellow ones were too skinny and long for me.
He don't like the.
I don't like the long skinny carrots. I like a big, solid, you know, longer carrot. I don't like the.
In the jar, I put a whole bunch up, and I canned a lot of the yellow carrots last year. They just don't look right. I'm sorry. It's kind of like the purple sweet potatoes. He does not like the purple sweet potatoes.
I don't care for the purple sweet potatoes. I don't care for the purple Irish potatoes. I just don't like purple.
I like the looks of them.
But they're pretty. They make beautiful looking mashed potatoes and things like that.
Yeah.
But I just don't care for the taste of it.
Yeah. Some about it, they're drier.
They are.
And also it is. Let's see.
I saw that it says stay away from the black walnuts somewhere. And yes, stay away from the black walnuts. They give off a compound. They kind of like a eucalyptus tree. Nothing will grow near it.
I think she's saying, will you spell that, please? The Kuroda is Kuroda.
Yeah.
And Kitazawa, don't ask me.
Kitizawaza.
Something similar.
Something like that, anyway.
If you get it reasonably close.
You get it close. Yeah, predictive search will find it for you.
So, do you have a good farm dog? No.
Nope, we don't have any dogs on our farm. Don't want any dogs. We don't have no cats. Don't want any cats. Our neighbors have enough for all of us.
Yeah. Do you ferment carrots? No, we don't ferment anything.
No, we don't ferment anything.
I heard the deeper the color, they are better for you. Yes.
The deeper purple something is, it's true. It has more anthocyanins in it. But I get my anthocyanins from my blackberries and my blueberries, my mulberries, and all that kind of stuff.
Gail said in her GreenStalk, things are turning yellow. What can she do? Is it
probably a lack of nitrogen?
Too much water or not enough fertilize?
Yeah, you probably lack nitrogen.
I fertilize mine every 2 weeks when they're really producing. You could possibly go once a week, but I go every 2 weeks, and I use a liquid fertilize. Sometimes I use Miracle Grow, sometimes different things from Hoss Tools and stuff I put in there. And I just put it in the top and put the water in it and just let it flow down. And I usually don't have any problems with it.
What does kohlrabi taste like? I don't know. We can't grow it here, so I have no clue.
Okay, so Mutant put up Kitazawa. Kitazawa. You didn't spell it right.
Well, I was on you guys close anyway. The book of Deuteronomy is a key to unlocking your. This thing keeps popping up here, wants me to start an update, and I'm like,
no, we don't need to update.
I don't need to update my computer during the middle of this.
It's being annoying.
Yes, being very annoying. It's popped up 2 or 3 times.
All right.
But let me go back to this. The book of Deuteronomy is a key to your shackles. Read it daily. Yes, I agree with that completely.
We are going to chop down cedar trees because I think they are killing our apple trees.
They will. Apple trees. A lot of apple trees are very susceptible to the cedar rust. Now, they do have varieties that are not. It depends on where you live and whether or not they'll grow there, but they do have varieties that are not susceptible to the cedar rust variety.
Leroy says, have you ever tried, they have never tried okra. What does it taste like?
Well, it depends on how you cook it. Now, some people don't like it. Some people love it. It's one of the things you'll either love or you'll hate. Fried, I literally love it. Boiled, I love it. Some people can't stand it. It's a natural thickener for a lot of your foods and stuff like that. So,
yes, Dr. Earth's will work.
Yes, Dr. Earth's high phosphate liquid is fantastic. That's what we use in our greenhouse.
That's what I'm using now. I started using the last time or two I fertilized mine. It's been the Dr. Earth's. Yeah, I'd forgotten what it was called until she said it, and I'm like, okay.
That's John, ain't she?
Well,
oh, okay.
Georgia Garden Girl was put up Dr. Earth's with question marks, and Mr. John said yes. You got to back up.
What about using rabbit manure? Rabbit manure is great. It is the best manure you can probably use. It is non-burning. You can use it straight off the rabbit, put it right on the plant.
What's your favorite type of okra? Star of David.
Star of David for frying. For eating fresh, bush okra.
That bush okra. I've never eaten okra just off a plant, but Grow Family Network sent us the bush okra seeds, and I planted them. And when you eat them, whole new meaning to eating fresh.
Do you guys have a deal with squash bugs? How do you?
We do deal with squash bugs.
We haven't. We didn't have any this year.
This was the first year.
This is the first year in a while we had 0 squash bugs. Now we did try a new variety of squash from Hall's Tool, called the Gold Prize, but and it did. We had more squash than we thought we'd ever. I mean, I don't even know what.
We're planting some more this year, but just not as many.
We're not going to plant 20 plants. We'll probably plant 3 or 4.
Yeah. Inferno says, I just purchased 160 acres in eastern Oklahoma. Only want to homestead 20 acres. It's been cattle land for years. Would you recommend just letting it go back to the wild?
I would. No.
I love that.
I would. The part that I'm not going to use, I would replant it in some sort of timber. Depending on your age, I would plant some kind of pine timber or something other on it. Or hardwoods or whatever is very prevalent in your area up there, and I would put it back into growth of some sort.
Yeah. I'm planting more bush okra this year. I've got 2 still in the greenhouse. I just trimmed them back, and I'm going to see if they'll grow back out. I don't think the cold has killed them. And then Daddy's going to plant me some out in the field somewhere. We're going to plant a few more just to see how they will do outside. Grow Family Network grows theirs outside.
Yeah. Have we grown the jambalaya okra from Hall's Tool? Yes, we have.
It does good.
It does good here. It just doesn't get very tall. It makes a lot of branches on it, and it makes very good okra. I will say that.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think, is there... Cowhorn. Cowhorn was always a good one here in the South. A lot of people.
Well, a lot of people do. We've grown cowhorn here. We grew it one year and it turned out fantastic. It makes very long pods and they stay nice and tender.
Yeah.
Can you recommend a spaghetti squash variety to use for Zone 8B? Yes.
Danny grew a lot of those.
I planted 5 seeds and got over 50 squash.
And they are awesome.
They are the most awesome squash I've ever ate.
And they're only about this big. They're just perfect for 2 or 3 people. You don't have to have like the big long ones where you have lots of spaghetti unless you have a big family.
Just go through our link down below to Hall's Tool Seed and look for the Small Wonder. Them things are fantastic. No squash bug problems. No vine borer problems, nothing. Them things just outdone. We have a video on it. Go back through our thing and look for our squash video on it.
Spaghetti
squash video, and you'll find out they did fantastic.
Are you expecting the 2021 cicadas?
Okay, hold on. Grammy says, I'm trying again. I have a Stuart pecan that is about 100 years old, produced well this year, but some were shriveled and dry looking skin scale. Any idea what it might need? Zinc. You need to put probably need to put around 5 to 10 pounds of zinc around the outside of that tree on it, and it probably will help it.
Big Wave wants to know about your thoughts on a portable sawmill, I think.
There's so many portable sawmills out there. The Wood Miser is probably the best one I found on the market. I've actually been around a lot of them, and to me the Wood Miser is by far is more expensive, but it is the best, you know.
Are we expecting the cicadas? I hope not.
Oh,
you never know.
They come back every year here anyway. We don't. I mean,
how old does a pecan tree need to be produced?
Probably between 5 and 10 years old.
Why are there so many names for the same gardening plant? It gets confusing. It really
It
is.
really depends on what company is selling them.
Yeah.
They call them different things. Just it's a marketing tool. Like yellow wax beans, you can get the Kentucky yellow wax beans. You can get this kind of wax bean, that kind of wax bean. They're all the same bean.
Eagle Lover, I think you must be the one that sent an email earlier and asked about last night. Yeah, I'd emailed him back and said that we were going to try to go. YouTube does not send out notifications for our stuff half the time, so
right.
There's nothing I can do. I don't have a way to email 150,000 people, so I don't know how to do that.
Oh, Inferno says when they do produce, I may not have the teeth to chew them. Well, you can put them in a blender and grind them up and use them to bread chicken with, or bread fish with, or anything like that.
Pecans?
Yeah.
Yes.
We use pecan meal on lots of stuff.
Y'all, I keep pecan meal. I make the best. I did chicken.
Yeah.
I coated our chicken in pecan meal, threw it over in a skillet, and just browned it really good. Then threw it in the air fryer for a little while. Oh, it was awesome. It was like fried chicken without really fried chicken.
Yeah. Do I know about currant tomatoes? Takes about 6 to 8 to fill a spoon.
They're little.
Tastiest tomatoes I've ever seen. Actually, there for a long time, currants were, or was it gooseberries?
I don't know.
One of them was illegal to grow down here.
I
think the gooseberries were the ones that was illegal to grow down here where we're at. But they're not anymore. You can grow
Morris
them.
Patch.
Can you grow watermelon, and what kind would you grow? This year, we're going to be growing the yellow meated. I like a yellow watermelon better than I do a red one. To me, it's a lot sweeter.
We're going to grow several because we want to have quite a few.
The Moon and Stars is a good yellow meated one.
What did we just get?
Little Lemonade or something like that was the other one.
I don't know what it was called. Anyway, Hoss Tools is sending us some kind of yellow ones. Do I have a good recipe for apple butter jelly jam? I have one for apple jelly. I make applesauce. I've not made apple butter. I usually use either jelly or sauce. Bruno, thank you.
Thank you, Bruno. Somebody asked him, could I recommend a log splitter that is easy maintenance? I have the Champion 27 ton. I have had absolutely no trouble with this log splitter. It has done fantastic for me.
The Small Wonder spaghetti squash are not heirloom.
No, they're not an heirloom. You cannot save the seeds from them. They are a hybrid.
Yeah. Somebody's asked about, what about rattlesnake? I guess they're talking about beans. Yes, we grew rattlesnake beans almost every year.
Oh, we grow them every year. They do fantastic. This year we had a problem with the kudzu bugs.
Yeah, they like to. We had to get rid of them early.
Because of the kudzu bugs. Yeah.
Have you ever planted tame jalapenos? We do jalapenos. I don't know if you call them tame, but I usually have some jalapenos every year. Do you save your eggshells to make diatomaceous earth, or do you compost them? I've been composting.
We compost them, and after about 3 years, we add them to the garden.
Is that a fireplace in the background? It's actually a mantle.
It's just a mantle.
I don't know.
This mantle is from a very, very old log cabin built in the 1800s. We have it in our studio room here.
It's just got a black piece in the back. It's not really
a working fireplace. I wish it was, but it's not.
Not right at the moment. I'm burning.
No, at the moment.
It's kind of warm. You didn't build a fire, did you?
No.
Okay. I was going to say it's been hot today.
It's 55 degrees outside.
I don't ever know with him whether he's built a fire or not.
How do you keep your strawberry variety?
Well, we almost lost ours.
Well, we save the babies off of them every year.
Yeah. But now I've got some in the greenhouse that are blooming. I have some in the GreenStalk that actually have small strawberries on them. So we will have some strawberries shortly. Somebody gave us some seeds that are different types of watermelon seeds that I laid here, and I told Danny
you've already put them up, yeah.
Yeah, they were odd watermelon seeds that I saw somebody had online last year. The seeds looked really weird, and I mentioned something, so they sent me some, and we're going to plant a couple of those just to see how they do this year.
Is pecan meal just pecans or with flour? It's just pecans.
Just pecans.
Strictly pecans. You have to keep it in the freezer or it will go rancid.
Yeah, they just grind it up in a fine. It's not powder, but it's
like a meal.
Yeah, it's bigger than grits. It's a little bit bigger than grits.
Rattlesnakes are getting a 12-gauge shotgun shell around here. The Tam jalapenos were hot as hell.
I don't want them that hot.
we don't do anything hot around here. We like the jalapeno. Matter of fact, this year we're gonna do the jalapeno that's not hot.
The not a pino.
Yeah.
We haven't ordered those, have we?
No, we got to order some though, because I want some.
Danny was mentioning he wanted some of those.
I love the taste of a jalapeno, but because of some internal problems I have, I can't eat anything with heat in it anymore.
It's 16 degrees in southern Idaho. Woo! Georgia Garden Girl says she's tried to make apple butter jam twice. I don't really have a recipe, but I don't know if Lippy and some of them probably do. There's a lot of people that do make it. Just asked around and somebody might tell you that if they have a channel that they make apple butter. But I've not, I mean, I've had some. Somebody brought me some and I loved it, but I just hadn't made it.
Kicking Ash says, what is a good gluten-free flour for making bread? They can't find one.
I used Bob's Red Mill.
What kind? Bob's Red Mill what?
Is
it rice flour?
It's a rice flour blend. It's called Bob's Red Mill. I want to say 4-in-1 or something. I didn't forget, but it's in a blue bag. I just know that it's blue. Most of Bob's Red Mills has different colors for different types of flour, but I made bread with it, and for a long time, we don't even make bread anymore. Danny doesn't even eat it, so I don't even try, but
no.
That's what I used.
Becker's Creek has one called Cool Lapino. Tastes great.
I think that's what
that's one we was looking at there.
I think I'm gonna have to order it from Baker's Creek.
Yeah.
And see how it does. That was one of them.
I love it in cornbread. I love it fried. You know, cut up into slices and fried. I love it with cheese put in it, the cream cheese and all put in it. I bake it. I love the jalapeno taste. I just can't do the heat.
Do you freeze bread, veggies, and fruits for later use? Yes. If I go to town and buy bread, I put it in the freezer. If I buy bagels, I put them in the freezer, and I do buy some stuff. I can make my own bread, and I made it for years and years, but I'm the only one that eats it now. He doesn't eat bread at all. I don't eat bread at all. Even gluten-free, he doesn't eat.
I don't even eat gluten-free bread.
And so there's no point in me making loaves of bread right now. I have all the stuff in case I have to make it. I have a supply. I have my flour, my everything ready, the yeast, but I just hadn't had time. Somebody's kept me busy.
Yeah. You have to stay busy. Bob's Red Mill, 1-to-1 gluten-free. That's it right there, Alice.
I don't know where I came up with 4-to-1.
I know, it was 1-to-1. Peach salsa with jalapeno. That sounds good.
Yeah. I like stuffed jalapenos. We actually had stuffed banana peppers tonight, and it was really good. The Bills. Amanda has a video on how to can and make apple butter. Yes, check out the Bills. She used to be the fundamental home.
Kicking Ash says they haven't found a gluten-free bread that they actually like yet. It's tough. I'm going to tell you, it's really tough.
Danny didn't really like it. He ate it.
I ate it. Do I eat toast? No. Wanda does. I don't.
Thank you, Sylvia. Whippoorwill Hollow has a recipe for pear and apple butter. Okay. There's another one. I think that's Miss Lori Brown, if I'm not sure. I think we got to start saying good night too.
Oh yeah, because there's lots of people.
I don't even know how long we've been on here.
I don't even know. I think we came on. I don't even know what time it was we come on, to be honest with you.
Jalapeno jelly is good. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Cream cheese and crackers. Yes, that's it. I could eat jalapeno jelly. Y'all
don't know how much I miss jalapenos. I used to go to the restaurant whenever I go out to eat catfish or something, and I just order a whole big giant bowl of fried jalapenos, and I'd sit there and eat that whole bowl.
What did you stuff the banana peppers with? I use
It's a mixture.
cream cheese and shredded cheddar cheese and mix it together and stuff it in there. And if you want a little bit of flavor, you can add cumin to it. And oh my goodness, it's awesome.
It's really good. Really good.
Oh,
okay, guys, we have got to get off of here. Miss Wanda's going.
I want my cake.
She's got cake on the mind. Okay, that's what it is.
I want my cake.
And we and a lot of y'all will need to go to bed. I know I see a lot of you got to get up in the morning, go to work and stuff like that.
3 videos to edit, and I might see if I can get that book on Etsy. If not today, maybe tomorrow. What else I got to do? This is before I go to bed, guys.
This is before we go to bed. She's still got 3 more videos to go through. So
yeah, and I got to upload one, or y'all won't get to see Danny tomorrow with his tools.
Right.
If it don't get uploaded.
If it don't get uploaded tonight, there ain't gonna be no tools tomorrow. Okay.
Hand pruner video needed.
Please.
That's JM at the Nut House. Hey, girl.
Hey, JM. She's been hiding in the background there.
Give me cake. I want my cake.
Okay.
I'm gonna
enjoy the cake. Yeah, she's gonna go enjoy her cake. She's been sitting here salivating all over the place.
I'm ready for my cake.
She was like a bad bulldog with her tongue hanging out.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we're going to jump off of here, and we're going to see if we can't get in here and get the rest of this night taken care of.
Leroy, I made that again tonight. It was not chicken spaghetti, but it was turkey spaghetti squash. That's what Danny had for supper tonight.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Hopefully, we will be able to have that video up where they'll be able to look at the tools.
I'm going to try. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow.